Kubuntu 25.04 beta has released. We're going to take a look at the release notes for Plucky Puffin, which is a code name. This is primarily the Ubuntu release notes, but everything underlying below KDE works. So we have Linux kernel 6.14, systemd 257.4, netplan 1.1.2, openjdk.net, default configuration changes, installer and upgrades. Added the option to replace an existing Ubuntu installation. That's cool. GNOME doesn't count. Updated applications, Firefox 136, LibreOffice 25.2, Thunderbird 128 Supernova, GNU Image Manipulation Program 3, otherwise known as GIMP 3.0, updated subsystems, Blues 5.79, KRO 1.18.4, Network Manager 1.52, Pipewire 1.2.7, Poplar 25.03, XDG Desktop Portal 1.2.0, NVIDIA 570. A lot of people have been looking forward to that NVIDIA 570. NVIDIA Dynamic Boost. This release enabled NVIDIA Dynamic Boost by default on supported laptops with NVIDIA GPUs. Dynamic Boost feature is a feature of NVIDIA drivers that dynamically shifts power between CPU and GPU depending on the workload of the system. While gaming, this allows extracting more performance by granting more power to the GPU. Dynamic Boost will be active only when the laptop is powered by AC, plugged in, and there's enough load on the GPU. It will not engage when the system is running on battery. Support for new Intel integrated and discrete GPUs. Release brings full support for Intel Core Ultra Xe2, integrated Intel Arc graphics, and Intel Arc B580 and 570 Battlemage discrete GPUs. Moreover, the following features are included: improved ray tracing, rendering performance in applications with Intel Embry support, such as Blender version 4.2 plus. Ray tracing hardware acceleration GPU improves frame rendering by 20 to 30% due to the 2 to 4x speed up for the ray tracing component. Full hardware acceleration video encoding for AVC, JPEG, HEVC, and AV1 on Battlemage devices. Introduction of the new CCS optimization in Intel Compute Runtime. Enable debugging support for Intel Xe GPUs. When API levels 0 ray tracing improves AI ML workload speeds via Embry on Sickle. Ubuntu Foundation, Ubuntu Server, Apache 2, Clam AV was updated from 1.3 and Ubuntu 24.10 to version 1.4.2. Crony, starting with version 4.5-3, Crony will ship with the default configuration set to use Ubuntu NTS servers by default. Cloud Init 25.1.1. Yeah. Container D runs C was upstreamed to version 1.2.5. Docker IO was updated to version 27.5.1. Docker Build X was updated to 20.1. Docker Compose version 2. Docker Compose version 2 was updated to version 2.33.0. HA Proxy package was upgraded to version 3.0.7. FreeRadius 3.2.7. Drops RadLast. This is due to RadLast calling last, which is no longer available in Ubuntu. libvirt package was upgraded to 10.10.0. It's got some QEMU going on, internal snapshot improvements, add multi-boot device support on 390X, add support for version CPU models, QEMU automatically add IOMU when needed. In 10.5, thereby Oracular, already support for SEV SNP was introduced as another type. Got some monitoring plugins. Check ups, curl, disk, ERT-D, net, NWStat, swap ups. Nginx, the upgrade from Oracle's 1.26 to Plucky's 1.263 brings a handful of bug fixes. OpenLDAP, OpenSSH. OpenSSH was updated to version 9.9. Debian packaging, SSD.service. Valkey was upgraded to version 8. Starting with 8.0.2, this includes a significant performance and reliability improvements. MySQL was updated from 8 to 8.4 LTS. MySQL shell went from 8.0.38 to 8.4.4. PHP was updated to version 8.4. Postgre was updated to version 17. Kimu was updated to version 9.2.0. Got a lot of stuff there. Samba was updated to series 4.21.x. SSD has been updated to 2.10.1. Some really good stuff going on there. For the Kubuntu specific updates, it comes with Plasma 6.3, showing a screenshot of 6.3.3, which is very close to what I have. Qt and KDE frameworks, Kubuntu Qt 6.8 and KDE frameworks version 6.12. For applications that are still based on Qt5, KF5, Qt5 is 5.15.15 and frameworks 5.116 are still active or are still in the archive. Firefox 136, you get from the Snap Store. There's ways to remove Snap if you need to. Alrighty, so let's have a look. Let's go ahead and fire it up and spin it up and let's have a look at it. So here we are with the live version of the Grub. Go ahead and hit try or install. Gets to the screen really quick. That was super quick. I'm very happy about that. Let's go ahead and do a try so that we can see the live version. That is so quick. Holy crap. Nice little welcome center. These clickable. They are clickable. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Close that out. So info. Wayland is active by default. That is awesome. Come on, OpenSUSE. You can do better. So, very happy to see Wayland active by. Let's go ahead and run through an install. We have the updated Ubiquity. I don't think it's called Ubiquity anymore, but very nice. The installer for the Ubuntu line has always been very nice. Hit next. It does know where I'm at. It doesn't put me in Berlin. That's good. Next. Normal installation. You have additional options for download and install updates during the installation. Install additional third-party packages, Element, and Virtual Manager. I'm guessing if you have an NVIDIA, it probably have that button available. I'm not sure. Krita is another option. Hit next. And do straight. Next. Password is too short. Log in without asking for a password. Hit install and install now. We're not going to watch this all the way through. I'll see you on the other side. And let me tell you how fast that I could have let that keep on recording because it was only about 2 or 3 minutes to be installed. That is insane. That's so quick. And once again, we are at our welcome screen. So I'm going to click through this until I get to here. I want to know what happens when you click on that. Is it just information? Open settings. That is amazing. I love that. That is awesome. Get back. K runner activities, vault system settings. No option. Oh, it did. Clicked. Oh man. Kudos, Kubuntu team. That is awesome. So let's go ahead and change our display configuration. Get that 20 by 19 going. 19 by 10, I mean. Keep. All right. I do have some updates available, apparently. See what kind of list we have. I downloaded this installer last night, so we have updates already, that's normal for a beta. It's going to be a lot of updates, a lot of little bug fixing going on. Got 41. Let's go ahead and apply that. So do I have to update? Do I have to click update all again? Looks that way, doesn't it? Man, that's not great. That's not great. That could certainly be done better. Downloading of packages is extremely fast. I am used to OpenSUSE and Zipper, which is known to be slow. It's all good. Very fast to update 41 packages. Very impressive. Go ahead and go in here. Hit the info one more time. I want to make sure Wayland's still active. It is. That is awesome. So we have Plasma version 6.3.4, which probably just updated. Framework 6.12.0, Qt version 6.8.3, kernel 6.14-15, and on Wayland. So pretty darn cool. Very cool. Very good. Let's see what packages we have installed by default. Under development, we have Kate, games, K Mahjong, K Mines, K Patience, K Sudoku, sorry. K Sudo. Graphics, WinView, LibreOffice Draw, Ocular, Scanlight, Scan Page, Help. We have Help Center, Info Center, Text Info, and Welcome Center. Internet, Firefox, KDE Connect, KDE Connect SMS. Love my KDE Connect. I just can't function without KDE Connect these days. KRDC, NeoChat, and Thunderbird Mail. Under multimedia, Eliza is your music player. Haruna is your open source media player, built with Qt, QML, and lib MVP or MPV. Very cool. I want to open that up and look at it. I'm not familiar with Haruna. Okay. Looks very similar to, what was that one? Was it Dragon? That's the one I'm thinking of. All right, back to multimedia is where I left off. Office, LibreOffice Calc, Draw, Impress, Math, LibreOffice Standard, LibreOffice Writer and Ocular, Science and Math, LibreOffice Math, System, Discover, Dolphin, Info Center, Input Method, KDE Partition Manager. I love that KDE Partition Manager is installed by default. It is not installed by default on OpenSUSE KDE. We have Console, K-System Log, K-Wallet Manager, Menu Editor, Startup Disk Creator. That's for turning your USB drive into an ISO bootable. System Monitor, System Settings. Under Utilities, Arc for file archives, Emoji Selector, Kate, K-Calc, K-Character Select, Spectacle, Text Info, Vim. Vim is installed by default. And that looks like all we have. a very nice and organized set of default packages. Very nice. Out of curiosity, let's see how many snaps we've got going. Gonna do snap list, I think it is. Yep. Bear, Core 22, Firefox, GNOME 42, 2204. Why is GNOME 42 a snap on Kubuntu? GDK common themes, theme breeze, theme icon theme, Snapd, and Thunderbird. So Firefox and Thunderbird are both defaulting to snap install. And if they work fine for you, then there's no problem. And I expect they probably will. In fact, let's load up Firefox for the first time and see how long it takes. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Close that out. Click it again. Pretty quick. It's not bad. I don't hate that. Don't be hating. Under Internet, we have Thunderbird. Let's see how long it takes to load that up. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, very nice little system. I think Kubuntu, even with the snaps, would make a great system for somebody who is not terribly technology advanced. Kubuntu has always been a close part of my heart because I used it for about 12 years, for a very long time. So I have nothing bad to say about Kubuntu. Canonical, maybe, but Kubuntu, no. They're doing some great things. Decent little background, default background. Under System Settings, click Settings, mouse, touchboard, keyboard, anything different in here. Printers. Should be Driver Manager. There it is. Driver Manager is where you would go to install your NVIDIA drivers or your Wi-Fi driver if you need to. And it should show up underneath additional drivers. I'm running a virtual machine, so there's no additional drivers needed, but you would just click on it and then activate, I think it is. So very good there. Everything else looks pretty basic. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I actually do use Kmail. So actually I want to do that through Discover. Let's go to Discover. I want to install Kmail. Let's see how many packages it brings in, if we can tell. It is installed from Ubuntu, so it's a repo install. That's good. Show dependencies. And it doesn't have a count. I wish it did. Maybe it does at the bottom. No count. But that is everything that is everything that is a dependency for Kmail. And all of this list, all the way down to here, when you get to here, these are the ones that are not installed and will get installed. So, not bad. That's not bad at all. I do like some Kmail. It takes a little bit more effort to get it set up the way you need it to be, but for me, Kmail works fabulous. And if you made it this far through, I'm closing out on 10,000 subscribers on the YouTubes. If you would hit that subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you already have, I also greatly appreciate it. That's all for this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.